All right, here we are once again on a Wing It Wednesday. My name is David. This is my brother Ray, and we are.
Preachers from the bleachers.
That's right. We're here every Wednesday, typically. On YouTube, you can watch us here, or you can go to anchor.fm and slash preachers from the bleachers. Find us there, which propagates out to Spotify.
Spotify.
So forward this to anybody you think might be interested. If you got some comments, please leave some comments. We'll get back to you. We like interacting with folks, and we love to talk about sports and anything else. So we'll get on that. And I guess without further ado, let's go to the hot hand. And we want to talk about some NCAA basketball. It is back.
It is back after a long hiatus. No March Madness. I'm good. These young cats back out on the court doing their thing, man. So I'm excited.
I got to say, no March Madness leads to summer sadness.
Amen. Amen to that.
So I had a couple big games last night in the Champions Classic. Duke lost to Michigan State, my boys. And I got to tell you, my boys did not look good. It looks to me like they might do something like last year and roll out a whole team that nobody that can shoot. And the problem with that this year is they don't have anybody that can finish in the paint either. So they do have a promising rookie in Jalen. I forgot his name.
Johnson. I thought it was
Jalen Johnson. There you go. Brain fart. So he looks promising, but we'll see how that goes. But nobody could hit from the outside. It looked just like last year. Also, your boys, Kentucky, lost to KU last night.
We don't look good at all, man. Like I tried it was real hard not to shoot myself last night. I mean, you talk about I was sitting over here talking about no shooting. I'm like, where is Tyler Hero? Oh, I forgot. He's on Miami right now. We don't have nobody that can shoot either, but it's worse when our issue is probably like Duke. They ain't played together, and then you playing these people who at least played a year together. I mean, It is what it is now. I mean, we're just gonna keep rolling out freshmen. That's Kansas, Duke, Kentucky, and whoever got players left over usually gonna look good early.
Yeah.
But our biggest issue is not only that we can't shoot, BJ Boston ain't as good as he think he is. I mean, that's just the reality. He did an interview, and I hate to dump on a dude that's fresh out of high school, but when you say you want to be the best to ever play, and then you come out looking like you have in these first 3 games, I got to dump on you. I mean, that's the reality.
He said, "I want to be the best, not I am the best." So,
you want to be. That's a long way. He ain't even close to it.
I'm sure he knows it takes a lot of work.
You don't say it.
That's true.
You just don't say it. If he'd have just said, "I want to be one of the best,"
or if he said something like, "I want to be the best player I can possibly be,"
that would have been fine. But when you say, "I want to be the best," and then the guy, it's not just that. The interviewer tried to help him. You know what I mean? Like, he said, like, that was the point where he get to say, "Well, I want to be the best version of me." Yeah. Like where the interviewer said, "Well, how do you think people's gonna feel if you say something like that? You know, how you think people are gonna take it?" And he didn't just double down. He doubled down and pushed all chips in and said, "I can't let other people, vision of me affect what I think of me," or something to that effect. But so we're 1-2, BJ, and you're the reason we're 1-2. It's because he's trying to do too much. He doesn't let the game come to him. He's trying to take over at all times. Like, we're down 6. It's BJ Boston time. You know what I mean? Like, he's finding out real quickly. This ain't high school, bro. You went to Sierra Canyon, and in his mind, he probably thinking, I went from Sierra Canyon where everybody in the starting lineup is in a Division I school. So I was in a loaded lineup there. I'm coming to Kentucky that's supposed to be a low. Yeah, but there's dudes that's been playing 2-3 years, in some cases 4 years, that actually know how this game is played. Right now, he don't even look like the same player to me. Right now, he looked like a guy who's athletic, but not necessarily a guy that can play basketball. And I seen like 2 games and a bunch of highlights where he looked like a guy that could play basketball in high school. Right now, he just looks sheer athletic. He blow by everybody, Dave. And there's not been in 3 games. There's not been a person that could stay in front of him. He can get his shot at any time and then miss it.
Yeah.
He looked like that dude back in the hood that always every time just shake him up, and then just,
Missed it, missed a layup.
take
Sounds
it.
like Trayvon Duvall had the same problem, and he did not get drafted, and he's still in the G League struggling to make a team. So he had to be the fastest guy in the NCAA, had to be. I mean, I can't imagine somebody being faster than Trayvon Duvall, and he just couldn't hit a shot, man. If you can't hit a shot, you can't learn the game.
You need to
Athleticism only gets you so far.
I mean, you need to be able to. The NBA will draft you if you can do one thing really, really well.
Yeah.
Right now, he probably came in as a top 5 pick. He at the bottom of the first round after 3 games. It's only 3 games. That's why I keep trying to remind myself.
It's early.
Starting out 1 and 2, we won't be in the top 25 when the next ranking come out. It's an uphill battle. Now they very well could be 18-10 and win it all because they do play a tough schedule. We have no. It's still a pandemic. We have no idea what's going to really truly happen. But let's just say everything works out real smoothly. They could be 18-10, make the tournament, win it all, or they could lose to the sleeper or my sleeper and lose to the University of Illinois, who got 2 NBA players on their squad.
Yeah, that's what Duke has 6 freshmen this year. We're starting 3. Somebody had to have transferred out of there. I need to go back and look at the roster from last year because we didn't have that many guys leave for the NBA. I think there was 3. But Duke looked the best last night when they had their senior on the court in Goldwire. He came in, he took control, he drove to the basket, he made some good passes, and he made the other guys better. These guys were just out there. It looked like they were just kind of wandering around.
They have no idea where to be at on the court. They don't know what Coach K wants. They still trying to figure it out. It's the same thing. If you got 3 freshmen in your starting lineup, I don't care whether you Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, West Virginia, South Carolina State. It doesn't matter. If you got 3 freshmen out there, they don't know what the coach really wants. They still trying to figure it out.
Well, the way they looked when Goldwire came in, I think Goldwire ought to be starting. He's coming off the bench right now. He at least ought to start the first 10 games that gets you to that place before you get to conference play. And therefore, you got some leadership on the court at that time, and you can pick up what you need to pick up. And then they put that other guy in there. That's fine. But right away, you need some leadership on the court. I don't know how Kentucky's doing it, if they got some senior leadership or junior leadership on the court, but you need somebody.
The senior leadership for Kentucky just got there. So, he don't know what Kentucky wants. And, I like Olivier Sarr. I think he's going to be a star when he gets to the NBA, like maybe a borderline star. He just to me looks a lot like Tim Duncan. His footwork is impeccable, and when they do get him the ball, and when he not in foul trouble in these first 3 games, you can see it. Like right now, I feel like not to keep harping on him, but they keep trying to run the offense through BJ Boston, and they should run it through Duke. Like that would be the first 3 trips down the court. I would throw it in to do. I think it's an automatic 6 points. I would force people to double team him, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea because we can't damn shoot the ball. So if they double team him, there's no. You can kick it out if you want to. We can't shoot it. So
that's what Duke has no big man this year, so that lack of shooting is even worse now that you got nobody that can finish in the middle. You got no Vernon Carey.
Oh, you know what? But I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to point. I can't think of the brother's name last night because he was impressive on Kentucky. If he didn't have 10 blocks, we get blowed out last night. And I'm not even exaggerating. He might have ended up with maybe only 9.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was no less than 8. And then I've never seen a dude alter a shot. Maybe Dikembe Mutombo. He altered a shot with not even sticking his hand up. Like they was getting that, you know, when you get your shot blocked so many times at the point you just take a shot that you know you can't make. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what that shot. My man was trying to do a scoop from the free throw line. Like I was like, that's the impact of getting your shot blocked. Like it's obvious. I mean, I don't somewhere around 4 or 5 blocks, you realize we got to approach you differently. When you get
Yeah.
your team get blocked 8, 9 times, you're like, oh Lord, I don't know what we're gonna do. But we'd have been blown out if it wasn't for that dude. I mean,
Yeah.
they be right at the bucket. I don't know whose tapes he's been watching, but he blocks shots like a pro. You know what I mean? Like always, this hand, they body be over it on this side, he'll be nowhere near their body. Right? And then when the
Yeah.
chances when they like face up, he just get up higher and just oh man, that was the only beautiful thing about watching Kentucky yesterday.
Yeah. I love watching a really good shot blocker. Not just because he's tall, because he's good at it, because he does it right. I mean, it's being tall helps a lot, but
Being
I
tall help.
like watching guys block with the left hand instead of the right hand, and they can block with both hands. That kind of thing. But Duke is kind of the same situation. Like I said, we don't have a shot blocker, but we lost last night, and it was we lost by 6, I think, and the game wasn't that close. I mean, Duke was down by 16 at one point, so they just kind of got closer at the end. So it's a bad start for both my team and your team,
Jackson.
but it's
That's what it
early.
was. Isaiah Jackson.
Jackson. There
I
we
knew
go.
the
There we
name was
go
going
again. There we
Isaiah
go again.
Jackson had 8
All right.
blocks last night, bro. 8 blocks.
All right. All right. So anyway, Duke loses, Kentucky loses, Kansas looks okay. They're 1-1, I think now, and Zags are number 1. Illinois we think is looking good.
What do you think
Moved
about
up.
what do you think about the guy they say is the best player now in college?
Who's
Luke
that?
Luke Garza. Have you watched him?
No, he's with the Zags, right?
Nah, I thought he was with Iowa State.
I don't know. I'm still trying to catch up, man. I'm in the middle
I
of this
mean,
move and
I
work.
mean, I'm gonna say it, Dave. He is not a big white stiff.
Really? I
It's
thought
not.
that was funny.
It's not Iowa.
Oh, he's with
It's
Iowa.
not
Yeah, it's
Iowa.
Iowa.
It's Iowa, not
Iowa.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
He
Now
is
I know
not
who
a
you're
big
talking
white
about.
stiff, man. The dude can play. Like I know I should be just enjoying him, watching him play, but then I try to project him to the next level, and I'm like, I don't know who he reminds me of. Maybe Kevin Love.
Tom Gugliotta?
No, because I don't think he can stroke it that good now. But
Okay.
I
All right.
think Kevin Love is the best comparison. A taller Kevin Love, and
Yeah.
probably a better athlete, a more better athlete than Kevin Love. But I
What year is
I think this is it for him. I think he actually a 4-year player. I'm almost pretty sure.
maturity? I love that.
But
Bring him
6'11",
on.
he can play, man. I just, you know what I mean, like I'm cheering for the white guy, man. I hope he don't, you know what I mean, like I hope. Hey man, I don't know. I just feel like somebody might downgrade him because he white. You know what I mean? I'm just being
Well,
honest. I
yeah.
mean, like,
I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that at this point in history, with the athleticism of the non-white guys, that a white guy would be considered like a number 1 player in the NBA
he can be the number
or in
one
the in
pick
college ball.
and not be. I mean, he is a senior. They gonna knock you for that because there's something wrong with you if you had to play whole 4 years. You know what I mean? But he didn't have to. He could have came out last year. Like
Yeah.
Dave, he probably gonna be like the 12th pick. Watch. And what he has done in college, what he's doing in this early season, he's a top 5 pick. But we got all those G leaguers. We got people like BJ Boston. We
Oh
got a whole
yeah.
lot. The 2 kids from Illinois. The one guy from Illinois was gonna come out last year and decided to go back. And they got a center, another legitimate center, a DeAndre Ayton type. He probably better than Ayton, and Ayton was the number 1 pick. You see, it's a deep draft. So like
Yeah.
when I think of and forgive me, I can't think of the brother's name in Illinois, but I think he only like 6'9", 6'10". He just play like he's 7'2". Like, but
Ben Wallace kind of guy.
when I think yes, but with offense,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like Um, Andre Drummond. I mean, I learned my lesson last time we talked about it. Like that's what he's more. He's more just. And when I say Andre, he got Ben Wallace's body, but he got Andre Drummond's rebound defense. But his offense is much better than even Andre Drummond. Right now, I think. Right now,
Okay.
I think they're about equal. Right. He might still have to like fine tune his offensive game, but this guy right now in college is better than what Andre Drummond was when he was in college. That's what I'm saying. So that's why they're the number 5 team in the country right now. You got
Yeah.
2 NBA players. Illinois wasn't even on the map 3 years ago. You know what I mean? But 2 NBA players to put you on the map, and now we're talking about him and Luke Garza, who the best center. If these two dudes come in the league with DeAndre Ayton already there, we might be talking about the return of the big man. That's how good both of these cats
Man,
is.
I want to see that. I love having a center that can like post up with some footwork, play defense, block shots. I love seeing that, man. Love seeing that. And
I
you
mean,
don't see that much anymore. Anybody dominant big man.
you you know I love it. We're gonna play on the inside with 2 feet in
Yeah.
the paint.
Yep.
I'm all about that life.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
But I think
So
Garza can stroke it, so they might make him a stretch 4, even though he's 6'11". He might be. That's why I said Kevin Love. I don't think he can shoot it as good as Kevin from the outside, but he more athletic. I mean, he's the only one. The other dude can defend probably 1 through 4. I'm not sure if Garza on the next level can defend 4 or 5 positions. He could probably only defend 2, but I'm wishing him and hoping big success because I hope the big man come back to the NBA. True big
man,
man.
have you I haven't looked at the rankings or anything like that yet, but we talked about this before. And the HBCUs, a lot of guys going to HBCUs this year. Do we have anybody ranked top 20 yet? That's a
No,
HBCU.
and he looked horrible.
Oh, really?
God dog it, what's his name? Maker. Maker is the last name. His brother
Thon Maker's little brother. Yeah.
Thon Maker's little boy went to Howard. They didn't already shut him down after one game. They say
Oh,
it's a
really?
hamstring injury. I think it's a I can't play injury. I'm gonna just call it.
It's an I'm embarrassed injury.
I'm embarrassed that I ain't good as I think I was. I mean, they got blowed out by somebody, man. Like, how you get blowed out and you got a potential top 10 pick on your squad? Like, you were playing another scrub school. You post Dave. They got punked. I don't care what nobody say, man. They got punked. He went out there, thought he was finna do the damn thing, and oh my hammy coach, I heard. And you know what I mean? Like you Howard, what are you gonna do if you the Howard University? You're not gonna say, hey man, I would have. I couldn't have been me. I'd have said, hey man, get your tail from beneath your legs and get your butt back out there. They got punked. They talking about we shutting them down. Well, you shutting them down because you hoping and thinking that you're gonna have another shot at a recruit this high. You might not. That's
Yeah.
why when this is the reason as a black man we send our children to HBC because you can't get a better education as a black teenager going to an HBC. You can't because they don't just give you the books. They give you how to real life. Like this ain't nobody holds your hand at an HBCU. They put a foot in your butt and let you know how the real life is gonna go down. They let you know about all your trials and tribulations and challenges and how much tougher they gonna be. And that's why but they didn't do this for Mr. McCool.
Well, well,
They should.
the problem with that is like if the guy says he's hurt, you don't know if he is, you don't know if he's not.
I'm saying
But
he
if he's
is, but I
okay,
don't know.
that's fine.
I don't
But
know.
if he is and he goes out there and makes it worse, then somebody's going to be suing your school because you made his injury worse. He told you he was hurt, you made him play, blah blah blah. It's going to blow up into a big PR
Yeah,
fiasco and
yeah,
lawsuit.
yeah.
So you got to take
Yeah.
him at his word and say, okay, he says he's hurt.
And this is why
Yeah.
they not doing him justice. If he hurt, he hurt. But if he out there, oh, we got punked. and now my feelings is hurt, my emotions is hurt. They need to treat him the way they would treat any other HBCU student, and
And
let them know what the
he's got
just real
he,
life.
he's out with an emotional injury.
It's real life, brother. We are we ain't man at HBCU. We don't care about your emotions. I mean, they gonna come at you. They gonna
Yeah.
love you. They gonna hug you. But they give you the tough love too. They give you a lot of tough love. And
Yeah.
right now, I don't know if he getting tough love. Nah, he ain't getting tough love, man. Ain't nothing wrong with your hammy, man. You too young for that.
They gave me that tough
Breaking
love, and I'm
news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
what
Russell
happened?
Westbrook just got traded to the Wizards.
Oh, they had to give up John Wall,
Oh
right?
my gosh, I don't know. It just on my phone. Oh my god.
Okay, rumor. Here we go. NBA
You got it?
analysis. Well, this says Cavaliers Rockets trade would send Russell Westbrook to Cleveland. That ain't the right one. So what the hell am I looking at?
Man, maybe it was a three-way deal.
No. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Woj says Houston has agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to Washington for John Wall and a first round pick. Woo!
Damn.
So, wow.
Nobody wants to play with Russell. Let's just go. We done with college. We done with college. We done with college. Let's go on to the NBA. Nobody want to play with Russell.
No. This is funny. Jamal just texted on the
I
preacher from the
saw.
bleachers. So I told him we're talking about it on the show. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess we all knew he was going to get traded, right? Or they were going to try to trade him and get something for him. John Wall's probably about, I actually kind of considered that early on. I thought about, that might be a good trade because uh, Wall's probably making more than Russell.
He does. He
Yeah.
makes
He's
40.
making 40. I don't know what
He was
Russell
the
makes.
first guy to get 40.
Yeah.
Russell make about 33, 35.
So, but I mean, as big contracts go, it's probably not going to get a whole lot closer than that. I mean, you're not trading John Wall for Steph Curry. So, wow. I bet
Did,
John Wall doesn't want to play with Harden, but he probably doesn't have a choice.
you ain't got a choice. I think John Wall just want a ball. You know what I mean?
I think you're right.
When the last time we seen John Wall?
2 years ago.
He just got to want to play basketball. He ain't in a position to say what he won't. He got to just go out here and ball. First of all, John, you're getting $40 million. You got $40 million last year, right? LeBron just now getting 40. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, like, he ain't in a position to say what he do and what he don't want. The only thing John Wall could do is get to Houston, get with Harden, get with new coach Silas, and let's figure the damn thing out. The problem with Westbrook, we it was kind of like a quiet secret. Everybody knew it. How both of these ball hogs gonna hold the ball. So now we're gonna ask John Wall to play off the ball some. I think he can do it, but only because we just need to see you play basketball, brother. If John Wall hadn't missed 2 years, he probably would have a lot more. He ain't in a position. They go ahead and tell me why he still gonna have ego? Because that's what I feel like you're about to say.
No, it's not that. I was just thinking, you're once again putting two ball dominant guys in the starting lineup next to each other. So, I mean, John Wall, last time we saw him in Washington, was averaging 20 points and like 9 assists a game.
Yeah.
So I mean, so he's ball dominant, just like Harden. I think they're going to trade Harden before too long. I think they're going to try to get another kind of, a complementary player as opposed to another guy that does the same thing. But I could be wrong there. Harden says he wants out, in theory. So,
but he wanted out because he didn't want to play with Russell no more. So, like, I mean,
I thought it was because of the organization in general. I mean, they got rid of the GM, got rid of the coach. So you think it's all Westbrook?
I think it's all Westbrook.
Okay.
I think it's all Westbrook. People don't want to play with dude. Like, I myself personally would thrive playing next to Westbrook, given the fact that I was a little less fat and a little taller. but I don't have I don't think it's the talent. I don't think it's the skill. I think it's the intensity. Like, too intense for soft NBA. Russell Westbrook should have been playing in the 90s and we would be talking about him one of the best of all times. Like he's a 90s point. He ain't taking no off nobody. Let's ball. He don't care. I love me some players that don't give a F about nope. Russell Westbrook would dunk on his mama if she was down in the paint and in his way between 2 points.
Bitch, get out the way.
He would do it. He would do it. He might buy his mama a car afterwards, but in the meantime, she gonna get dunked on. And I just think that intensity is too much for players.
So I just looked at the Wizards roster. And so, because I was thinking, okay, this downgrades Bradley Beal. But it probably does good things for Rui Hachimura, Tom Hachimura. Bless you. And Thomas Bryant and Davis Bertrands. I like Bertrands. Bryant's a solid center. And Rui being a rookie, Rui the rookie last year, he was all right too. So, but man, Bradley Beal put up some big numbers last year, and I think that's a downgrade for him.
I don't think it's a downgrade. I think is first of all, Bradley don't play point guard. So now Russell come in, and all he got to do, if they double Russell, and now you throwing it out there to Bradley Beal, it's deadly. Which it should have been deadly for Harden, but you know what I mean. Harden probably didn't. Bradley Beal can spot up, is what I'm saying. He might not always spot up, but he can.
But he did play with the ball in his hands a lot last year because John Wall was out.
He can go back. You're bringing. Yeah. He ain't dominant. He ain't Harden. He ain't Westbrook. No. He ain't Chris Paul. You know what I mean? He's not. You know what I mean? I gotta have it. He's not Kyrie Irving. You know what I mean? Like he don't have to have it in his hands. He played at least 2 years, maybe 3 with John. 2 years for sure with John Wall.
He's going to get a lot fewer shots, and I think the forwards and centers are going to get a little bit more. But
I don't know. We'll see. Who the coach? I forget who the coach in Washington. You can get. I think Russell creates more shots. You see what I'm saying? Like where I'm more, when I say more shots, I mean more possessions. You know what I mean? Like, Russell do play the passing lane a lot. He don't mind passing. We obviously know he averaged 10 assists several times. So, if you just get out there and run, they young enough that if they just get out there and run, Russell gonna give you the ball. So, like, I just think he creates at least 5 to maybe 7 more possessions. So I don't know if I don't think Bradley Beal shots going down. Like,
I think I do.
Anybody that says I was drafted by the Wizards, I want to stay with the Wizards, I love the Wizards. No, I think you got to make that guy the face of your franchise. John Wall, as much as they believed in him, never said he never showed the same amount of love as Bradley Beal has for the Wizards. I would not be showing love for the Wizards. What have the Wizards done ever since the last time they were like legitimately good was Juwan Howard and Chris Webber was on the same squad. That's it.
That was a while.
They were still the Bullets.
All right. So we had planned to talk about some NBA next, but
that's what we
took a turn. Yeah. So let's keep going on that. So schedules were announced, or at least the first half schedules or whatever. So Christmas Day is looking good. The first night, Kevin Durant's playing the Warriors on open night. So that's Nets good. Versus Warriors.
I like it.
That's an interesting way to start the season. I like it too. Then Christmas Day, which is 3 days later because it starts December 22nd. Mavs are playing the Lakers on Christmas Day.
LeBron won't be there.
Yeah, I think he's going to sit out a few days.
LeBron's season starts January 1.
Yeah. Clippers and Nuggets are playing. That ought to be good. 2 Western Conference powers from last year.
I'm going to take the Nuggets.
You take the Nuggets?
I'm taking the Nuggets.
I'm with you on that. I can't disagree with you. Nets and Celts. So on Christmas Day. So after KD opens against the Warriors, they play the Celtics, but Kemba Walker is out until January.
I don't think that's a
So
big issue though. I mean, as much as we like Kimba, they try to blame Kimba everything last year. We need Kimba to be the third scorer. We need Kimba to, this is Kimba Walker. That's what I heard them say in the bubble. This is a spot with Kimba Walker. Hey man, just let that. He ain't Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? Like y'all.
hey man, why are you okay when the HBCUs do this to their players, and then the Celtics try to do this to Kemba Walker? You're like, let him be, let him be.
Because Kimba Walker 5'10".
Jason, then they ought to do it more. They ought to be harder on you because the life is going to be harder on you at 5'10".
Michael Jordan was not wrong when he said, "I don't see myself giving a supermax to a dude 5'10". Yeah. It's basketball. I mean, tall matters. I mean, like I like Kimba, but you just limit it in what you can do at 5'10". I think
he does a lot at 5'10".
Yeah, so that's why I didn't understand why they talking about this with Kemba Walker need to step up. Hey man, Kemba already did his job. He 5'10". He'd have done the best he could. Like this is really good for a dude 5'10". I mean, if we look at the numbers, without even looking at the numbers, I'm gonna say for all the 5'10" dudes, that's DJ Augustine, Fred Van Fleet, Kemba did pretty good. Trae Young. I mean, Devontae, I think Devontae only 5'10". Out there with Sharp. Man, I think, come on, man. Maybe Devontae might be 6 foot. But I'm just saying, out of the small guards, Kemba did pretty good, man. I think they just ask too much of dude. Like, it's Jason Tatum's team. There's never a point where it ain't Jason Tatum time. Like, Jason Tatum either got the ball and shooting the rock or get Jason Tatum got the ball and passing out of a double team. It's Jason Tatum team. For some reason in the bubble, they just, a few announcers. This is not the Celtics, but there's a few announcers saying this is a spot where Kemba Walker need. Hey man, Kemba Walker need to just fit nicely into the role.
Well,
like
you know what? I get that, man, because I look at Luka for the Mavs and I go, Luka, yeah, he's doing great, but man, we need Porzingis to do better. We need Dwight Powell to do better. We need, so they're just calling out that other guy that needs to step up. I don't know what I mean. Kemba's not the guy you want to call out because the guy kicks ass anyway.
I'm with you. Why not call out Gordon Hayward last year? That's the guy you should have called out. I'm just thinking
he's injured.
He's injured enough to get another 30 million. He wasn't that injured.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I'm drawing a blank. It's Tatum, Kemba, Marcus Smart. I'm missing somebody.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown. Why don't you call out Jaylen Brown? He's the number 2. You don't call out number 3. That's what Kemba is. He's your number 3. And when he came there, he wasn't number 3. He was supposed to be number 4. Gordon Hayward never got back to where Gordon Hayward should have been a $30 million man.
But I gotta say, I think Kemba should be number 2 on that team, not Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown should be. I think Brown should be number 3.
I'm impressed with Jaylen Brown. I thought he would never be this good offensively. Defensively, I mean, dude is we don't realize it, but if you just watch him the dude is Ron Artest like. He's very Ron Artest when you talk about just D'ing up people. He can lock you up. You know what I mean? Like if they just say, "Hey, Jaylen, we don't need you to score. Just lock this dude up." People who average 25 will only end up averaging 15. But because they ask him to score too, that's the problem. But I see what you're saying. I mean, Kemba been doing it a little longer, so you think he should be the number 2, and maybe that's why they were calling him out. They think that Kemba is Jaylen Brown. He wasn't even supposed to be the 3rd best scorer. He's supposed to be 4. When he's supposed to.
I don't think it's
4.
You said it was because Kemba's been doing it longer. I don't think because he's been doing it longer. I just think he's better. I like Jaylen Brown. Don't get me wrong. I think Kemba. Yeah.
You know why he's not better?
Why?
6 inches. 6 inches.
All right.
If you know what movie that is from, I'm going to cash app you $1 right now. 6
A
inches.
whole damn dollar. A whole dollar.
That's all I got, bro. I got
What is that?
literally $7.23 in my checking.
Draft? Is that from Draft Day with Kevin Costner? What is that from?
6 inches. I nailed that line just like he did. Elf, make work your favorite.
All right.
It's another fat bald black guy, man. Sorry.
I haven't seen it Elf in a long time. All right.
6 inches.
All right. I got you down. 6 inches. That's what I got you at. Okay, so LeBron extended for another 2 years at 85 million, and that I'm sure this looks like the same thing to you. It does to me. Is it? He's just hanging out in L.A. long enough for Bronny to
Ronnie ain't
go to
that good.
college. You don't think so? Well, he's waiting for him to finish
Oh,
school.
oh,
Where
oh!
he's at.
You said college.
Yeah,
So
to
there
get
are
him
people
into
that
college.
think Bronny is going to the pros after, and I'm like, he ain't that good. He ain't that good.
I really haven't seen any of his highlights, so maybe I'll
Uh,
check.
oh, the highlights are impressive.
Well, the highlights are always impressive.
The highlights are
Or
impressive, but
else they don't make the highlights.
it's weird to watch somebody else's child grow up. like it's weird. I mean, I saw this. I mean, he's a little baby. You know what I mean? Like I seen dude struggling. Yeah, I mean, I followed King James on IG, but you don't even have to. You can just follow anything sports related, and you could see Bronny missing dunks or getting stuck on the rim, eighth, ninth grade, and then somewhere around the 11th grade, going into 11th grade, dude is slamming it down. You know what I mean? Like it might even have been in his sophomore year, but now he's slamming it, and now you know what I mean, like there's so many similarities in his game and his father's game, which I mean makes sense. You know what I mean? Like you live in the house with one of the greats. You know what I mean? Like it. I'm not sure how this doesn't happen. This is probably the only time that I can think of where somebody, went into the sport after their father and actually watched tape on his father. Like I've seen it on social media where they do the side by sides, and you can see him doing the same move, same skill set that his father had. I don't know about the passing and the vision and all of that. That I think you kind of born with in a way that a person like Magic or LeBron would pass a ball. That's just something, you know what I mean? Steve Nash comes to mind. That's just something God given that just your vision, the way you see things is different than the way other people see it, right? I don't think he has that kind of vision, but some of the moves and the way he walk, most people don't do that. Like there's people who play a sport that their father played, but they're nothing like that parent. Jared Payton comes to mind. Jared Payton, obviously I'm a Bears fan. Jared Payton played running back. His dad played running back. No similarities.
Michael Jordan Jr.
Hey man,
Not even in the same ballpark.
I mean, at least Jared Payton could play.
All
Jared
right.
Payton got a scholarship to the University of Miami, right? Uh, Jordan's son, eh. Like,
Yeah.
no,
He was
no,
a parent. He made it to
no.
college basically on his name or his dad's name, but I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I think
forgot where he went, but it wasn't even like a
they ended up, or one of them ended up at the University of Illinois, and he
yeah,
actually
Illinois.
that one was not. He wasn't. The other one was horrible. This one was what he was, an eighth man in college. That's what he was. I think he earned that eighth man status, but he was never better than that. Hey, but look, man, we talk about Michael Jordan, LeBron James. We talk about some of the greats. Props to Bronny for being able to live in that bubble. You know what I mean? To watch people grow you up, watch you grow up. But hey man, if they had never picked up a basketball, I think they're gonna be all right in life.
You probably yeah, I think so. I think so.
Deion Sanders called his son out one time. Uh, he was at North Park Mall in Dallas, and they had to pull your pants up law or whatever it was in their mall, and he was talking about being oppressed and all of this, that, and Dion called him out on social media, called out his own son and said, "Hey, you a trust fund baby, you ain't got no problems."
Yeah.
So when you a trust fund baby like Bronny, Bronny ain't gotta do nothing. The rest of his life, he's straight. I think
Yeah.
after this contract that LeBron just signed, because he's still under the current contract, he got a total of 3 years with the
Yeah.
Lakers. They said when this is done, Bron will have made $435 million.
Yep.
Basketball money.
Yeah, that's not
Not
even
they ain't got nothing,
Gatorade,
got nothing,
Nike.
else. That's
Yeah.
just basketball money. So again, props to Bronny to be able to grow up with one of the most recognizable people on the planet as your father, and still like have passion for the game and able to play the game. But man, that's got to be a difficult thing, man. It's got to be, but he ain't got to do it if he don't want to.
But he'll probably try anyway. All right, so moving on, NFL. Man, some Wednesday afternoon football today.
Yeah,
Steelers played the Ravens.
yeah.
The
Mhm.
COVID Bowl.
Well, I ain't saying it's the Ravens COVID Bowl, sponsored by the Ravens, because the Steelers didn't have no problem.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
The
So,
Ravens
but the
had no problem.
Steelers are now 11-0 though.
11.
So,
Props to Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
yep.
11-0. They get
So,
if they get 13-0. Do you rest them?
eh,
I guess it depends on where
I
Kansas
don't
City.
know. The way history goes is you go until you lose, and then maybe you rest because everybody tries to get that 16-0 and go to the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Maybe Tomlin doesn't care about that, but if you get that far and you're undefeated, if they were 10-1 now, maybe you play him another game and then rest him. If you're 14-0, man, you got to try to complete the undefeated season. You
No,
got
I don't think they do that no more. I think the Warriors is. I mean, the Warriors and both the Patriots, the last two teams that went, going for a record. The Golden State did it. They got to 73 wins, failed to win it. I mean, and they said after the season, it just takes a lot out of you mentally, physically, because you're trying to, be the best in history. And they said it themselves, winning 73 and not winning, it ain't worth going for the 73.
yeah.
Ultimately, I'd rather be judged by how many championships and not by we had the most wins. So it ain't worth it. What's the point of going 16-0 and getting whooped by the Giants in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Giants ain't getting over the Super Bowl.
Won't be the Giants this year.
No. So let me ask you this: at 11-0, do you think the Steelers are the best team in football?
Yes.
Really?
The great Bill Parcells said you are what your records say you are.
Well, okay. Outside, I'm not talking about records.
Their
I'm just saying.
defense is better than Kansas City. Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You can be but the best team don't win every time. It's the
Well,
team
that's true.
it's the team that play the best. Can they outscore Kansas City? No. No. What receiver that the question, it just comes down to this. Can Pittsburgh keep you to can they keep Kansas City? And let's do it a little NFL Super Bowl preview. Let's say it's the Steelers and well, I guess it wouldn't be Super Bowl, it'd be AFC Championship. If it's the Steelers in Kansas City, can the Steelers keep the Chiefs to 25 points?
Yes.
That's the only way they got a shot to win it. I don't think they can.
You don't think so?
I think it's iffy. Because
So you think
can Kansas City defense, that's the other side is, can Kansas City defense keep the Steelers to 25 points? Which one is more likely?
I think they're both pretty likely.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Kansas City get up 14-0, then no. It's all about the pace of the game. If it's going back and forward, 7-0, 7-7, 14-7, 14-14. In the middle of that game, it's a Steelers game. They're going back and forth with you. But if any point in time that they get up 14 points and Big Ben has to throw the ball, it changes the dynamic of the game. The Kansas City Chiefs are just going to rush the passer. They ain't going to worry about the running game. Name the running back you afraid of on Pittsburgh. I like Connor. He does well. But you ain't afraid of him. He ain't no damn Derrick Henry. He ain't no Dalvin Cook.
Or Benny Snell.
You see what I'm saying? Ain't neither one of them guys put. So you just gonna run. You just gonna rush the passer now.
So you think Kansas City wins that game against the Steelers? Then
I would pick that game. I would pick Kansas City in that game. But I'm
so then you don't think the Steelers are the best team in football?
No, they are the best team in football. I said the best team don't always win. That's what I said.
Okay.
The second best team would win that game. If they had to play today, I'm picking the Chiefs. I just feel like Mahomes to Tyreek changes. It just changes the way we play football. If I'm up 14-0, see, Kelsey comes later. So if I hit you with Tyreek, boom, and we up 14 points, now I can control the game with Kelsey. I ain't even got to run Edwards-Helaire. I don't have to run Le'Veon Bell, who would love to rub it in your nose. Yes, I'm taking the Chiefs. So, but now Kelsey right over the middle. I can keep getting these first downs. I don't have to run the ball to get first downs. I can just toss it to Kelsey over the middle to get first. They can control the game better than Pittsburgh can with their weapons. If they slow down, they ain't got to shut him down. But if you just slow down Tyreek Evans, is the only way Pittsburgh can win that game because they got to win it 30-25. They can't score 35 points. I don't care who they playing. They ain't scoring 35.
They got TJ Watt though. In Watt I trust.
All right. You can
we'll
trust.
see.
They both might be on Pittsburgh.
I don't know. I'm not picking. I would think that I would think it's gonna be a close game. That's
I live in
say.
Vegas. By law, I have to pick.
You're right. You do. I don't. Gambling is illegal here in Texas.
No, it's not. Cockfighting is it? Did you know when I was living up there in Anna, I was like 3 blocks, like I think the next city over, Van Alstyne. Yeah. They have legal cockfight. So it's not
really
illegal. Yes. It's not. I seen this on one of them HBO sports deals or something like that. I was so mad. I was like, man, I was like minutes away from
legal. You could have gone.
Let me get to see if I got this correct. It's not the actual cockfighting that's illegal. It's the attending the cockfight. One of those quirky rules.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
But I would have took the chance. It's still a misdemeanor. Like when I went
it's
to
not attending if you just kind of walk by and see it.
One of my great regrets in life is having went to Puerto Rico and not see a cockfight. They do that down there too.
Yeah.
Missed out, bro. I missed out.
Right on. So in more COVID news this week, Broncos, all 4 quarterbacks were on the COVID list. So they played with a receiver. Was it a receiver they brought in
a receiver off the practice squad?
Because he threw some balls in college.
He was a quarterback in college.
For a little bit.
No, he was a quarterback. We got recruited as a quarterback. Played quarterback for 2 years.
Yeah, then
it wasn't working. And he switched to wide receiver, which is why he was on the practice squad as a wide receiver, because he ain't figured out the position of wide receiver. He is better at quarterback than he is wide receiver, and he sucks at quarterback. God, I understand. Now, I just want to, it's not time for you suck or raise reminiscence, but I just want to tell the NFL, they so bogus. They're so bogus. I personally feel like this is what they extended the number of practice squad, right? So I get it. We told you y'all can have extra people on the practice squad. This is the reason why I go out there and play the game. But why the hell did they switch the Baltimore games? The Baltimore field. It went from Thursday when they supposed to be on. They supposed to play Thanksgiving Day. They ended up playing almost a whole week later. They ended up playing on a Wednesday. They went from Thursday to Sunday to Monday but the Broncos had to play with no quarterback. No. And what's worse, the Broncos petitioned the NFL. They said, hey, can we play the quarterback coach? Because he probably has
I heard about that. Yeah.
A better grasp of the offense. I ain't
Right.
sure. I don't know if dude could play or not. I guess he's young enough that he can take the field. But for the product, this is COVID. It's 2020. Why would you say no to that? It's not like they were trying to cheat or nothing. They say he in the building. The reason was we don't want you to hide players on the coaching staff. It's COVID. They had no reason to say no to that.
Who's gonna hide a player on the coaching staff? If you got a guy that can play, he's on the field. I mean, if you got a guy that's a player, you don't put him on the coaching staff. You have him on the roster. Wow. You're right.
That's their but yet you moved the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. Like, it doesn't make sense. You moved the Baltimore game, and I know that RG3 is not a good quarterback, but he has at least he was an offensive rookie of the year. He's actually taken snaps as a quarterback. You moved that game, but you wouldn't let them move this game or let the dude that at least know what the offense is supposed to look like, run like, feel like. You wouldn't even let him come out the coaching staff and go, what the hell was they thinking? That makes no sense at all.
I hadn't thought of that, but I agree with you. So if you're gonna move one game almost a full week and still have it count in the same week, and then you got a team with 4 quarterbacks out, and you won't postpone that a day or two to get one of them back in there, or let the other guy play. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but I just thought it was funny that all 4 quarterbacks were out. But I hadn't thought, they could have moved that game a day or two to Tuesday.
They could have moved the game.
Good point.
That's just frustrating.
Good point. So your boy Mitch Trubisky will get his second straight start this week against the Lions. You should be happy about this. You should be happy because Mitch puts up massive numbers for Mitch against the Lions.
Why? Why are we talking about the Bears? The season is over.
Because it's funny.
I don't need them to win another game. I hope they use the quarterback from Denver, the 4th-string practice squad quarterback. That's who I want the Bears to play.
But you're going to win this week.
I need a quarterback. If
you're going to win.
I'm going to pull out my hair.
You're good. I bet you money you win. I bet you do.
I'm done. We need to go 5-11. We got 5 wins. We don't need to win no more.
And that was the first 5.
That was
was it 4-1, 5-1? Was it?
Yeah, we had lost. We didn't win 5 straight at no point.
Okay, it was 4-1.
But whatever the case might be, we don't need to win no more games. The only thing we should be doing is looking at offensive linemen and quarterbacks in the draft. That should be our only concern. You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking about no more about the damn Bears. We're done.
I predict Mitch has a big game and Bears beat Lions this week. Okay, moving on. Will Fuller got suspended for 6 games for some prescription drug that he took that a doctor told him was good and it wasn't. So he says.
Still Will Fuller fault. Everybody knows by now when you get the medicine, you take it. You take it from whatever pharmacy, whatever doctor, wherever you get the medicine, you go right to the team trainer and say, can I take this? You should never be at fault. The only person that should be at fault when you get suspended is the team trainer, because that's who gets to sign off. Team trainer, team doctor, whoever it is, they should be the ones signing off on you saying, yes, you can go ahead and take that. But Will, you did it. Now we know why you run a 4-2.
So look for a big week from Brandon Cooks because Will Fuller's out.
Man, I forgot about Brandon. Thank God, because if I had been Deshaun Watson and I got that news, but I forgot about Brandon Cooks. Yes, fantasy alert. If you don't have Brandon Cooks and you need a Brandon Cooks, you might want to put Brandon Cooks on your fantasy team.
Good.
Not,
I'd say he's a good flex play.
he's a definitely good flex play, for sure.
All right. All right. So I think that's all I got, man. You got anything else for NFL or any of that kind of stuff?
Mm-mm.
Let's move on then. What you got for You Suck?
You suck. I want to give a big fat out. You suck to Sugar because I love you. You make me fat. You're so delicious. As I enter this keto world today or yesterday, whenever this week, I mean, I've been slowly but surely sneaking into the keto world. And this week I'm full blown keto, and I miss Sugar. I miss you. I love you, but you suck.
You do suck. I myself have an addiction to sugar, but as I just put this piece of candy in my mouth, but this is sugar-free candy I got at the dollar store, so it's all right.
Amen to sugar free.
I don't guess I have anything really for You Suck this week. Just moving. I guess You Suck. Moving. You Suck. It's a lot of work, especially when you're doing it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably going to have about 98% of the stuff out of this place by Saturday. And I'll be getting close to the new place. You'll be here on Christmas, man, so you'll be checking out the new place.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when we finish this show tonight, I'm breaking down this table that this thing is on, and it's going to be in a corner ready to deliver to my storage unit on Saturday. But moving, You Suck. There you have it. What you got for Ray's rumination?
I don't have anything for Ray's rumination. Shockingly, though.
Shockingly,
Nothing. Shocking.
Ray didn't ruminate on anything this week?
No. You know what? I lied. I do have something for Ray's rumination.
Oh, here we go.
I'm like, if you've seen this, I just want to say shout out to LeBron because he is the reason why I'm drinking that red. That's what he call it. He say he always got that red. Little red wine, good for your heart. Tasty too. Get you messed up. I only need a glass. Like right now, you don't even know. I'm just over here like that's kind of tipsy. Boy, that
you sounding kind of mellow over there, Ray.
That red wine just smooth you out. I slept good. Slept so good. I had a crook in my neck. I didn't even know till I woke up. I was in usually when you sleep and you're in a bad position, your body will let tell you need to move or what. Not on that red. Not for me anyway. So Ray's reminiscing is that red wine. Shout out to LeBron for, helping a brother out because I got tired of him talking about, I always got that red. So
we can.
I
got 4 bottles of wine, so we can kill a couple of those at Christmas, man.
All right, right on. Don't forget, don't forget we're gonna have the kids though, and I got drive back.
Hey, man.
You know what? It's Christmas. They can have wine too.
That's right.
Especially in Texas.
Yes. I was drinking, my mom and dad would give me like a little thing of wine and stuff that was homemade wine out there in the country when I was, 10 years old. It's like this much.
It can't be worse than cough syrup.
I don't know. The alcohol content's probably a little bit higher, but whatever.
It depends on the wine.
It's just a little bit,
Depends on the wine.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was drinking good wine. Just because I shout out to LeBron, I can't afford the same bottle.
No.
What you got for Dave's dialogue?
Dave's dialogue. I've had a pretty good year this year. Got a promotion, a little more cash. I'm moving to a little bit bigger place. But man, 2020 sucks. I tell you, this week, just this week, my stepdad's brother died. That's his second brother he's lost this year. A few months ago, my mother's best friend on Thanksgiving passed away. She had a brain tumor, and we'd known for months this was coming and whatever. Thanksgiving was her favorite holiday, so she died on Thanksgiving. So 2020 sucks. Just and none of it's COVID. I mean,
I'm not laughing at you.
No, I know.
I'm just laughing at the values like 2020 sucks. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Like, yeah, 2020 sucks. Yeah.
And I'm fighting it now. I mean, we're close to my mom's best friend. They've been running partners for 30 years now, and mom didn't have a party, didn't do anything without her. So, anyway,
all right. And
2020 sucks.
And that's the show. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe and hit like. And if you don't like it, go ahead and subscribe and hit like anyway. It ain't going to hurt nothing. But we really just appreciate you listening to us talk about our life and our sports and our life through sports on the internet or your radio or your Bluetooth speakers. We don't do it to be attention seekers. We just two brothers talking about sports, better known to you as
Preachers from the bleachers.
Peace.
Peace, man.